My name is Dennis Gill. I'm 38, founder of Take TV. I'm playing StarCraft 2 since the beta, which is 2010, came out in July, right? So it's like 14 and a half, almost 15 years since beta, I think. Yes, first day I was in.
Do you remember watching the announcement for StarCraft 2?
I remember that the announcement that was before beta, right? No, I don't remember that, to be honest.
It was the Hell It's About Time. Hell It's About Time.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that. Oh, that's a long time ago. Yes, I remember that. And, I was so lucky back in the days when they started selling the game. It was more thing also to sell it in stores and shops. And at this midnight sale with the collector's edition. And I was the lucky guy who was asked to do it in Germany. So I was the host for the German midnight sale. It was really nice. Some people from Blizzard came over as well to do the promotion and so on. That was a nice time. I was really excited and nervous.
What attracted you to StarCraft 2?
StarCraft 1. Strategy games in general attracted me to start StarCraft 2 because I started StarCraft 1 end of 90s. And after that, I played WarCraft 3, same universe, the Blizzard universe. And when StarCraft 2 came out, I felt like, okay, nice. It's WarCraft was way more modern than StarCraft 1, right? Like the engine was way better and so on. And then with StarCraft 2, everything came together. That wasn't just perfect. And
did you know about esports before StarCraft 2?
yes. I really played competitive in StarCraft 1. I was really good in WarCraft 3. Played for professional teams back in the day, SK Gaming, for example. And I was playing, I think I was on that was WarCraft 2002 or 3. I went to Toulouse to the first WarCraft 3 tournament where Koreans attended as well. And I was the first European actually playing against a Korean. That was amazing times. I actually won against Vera Top Star 2-1. And all the old guys, even Todd was there as a fan back in the days. Probably not my fan, but he was a fan of WarCraft and he was just starting to become a good player. And people watched us and everyone was supporting the Europeans there to beat the Koreans.
And how was that environment of esports prior to StarCraft 2?
The environment in the beginning was, everything was really new. Streaming just started to become a thing. Everyone was really laid back. Everyone was just having a good time. People started making some money, but it was not as big as it became a couple of years later. And you had the feeling that everything is possible. You can just try out and do stuff you love and then develop something out of it.
And when StarCraft 2 came along, what were your thoughts on how much it attracted international attention?
When StarCraft 2 came out and people started realizing people like to play the game, but people start to like watching the game because the technology was coming up. It was actually about the technology because even before Twitch, it was Justin TV, Own 3D, and even before that, it was Octoshape. You had to install a plugin as a viewer to watch a show. It was still in the very beginning, and StarCraft was there, StarCraft 2, when all this technology was developing, and it hyped up so much that people streamed in and started watching the game, not only playing the game, and and it happened so fast. It became so big in a very short time, and that I think no one expected it in the beginning.
And how did HomeStory Cup get developed?
Some random nerdy kids started casting some games from a couch at home in a 50 square meter room, a living apartment, and asked some friends like Rotti that I knew from WarCraft if they want to come into my house or my apartment and stay over the weekend, sleep on the floor, cook some chili con carne, and have a good weekend, some beers, and make a show out of it with really rough equipment. And somehow it worked out, and people liked to watch the first one. And with a 500 euro prize money. I remember that. And yeah, this is how it started. And from there, it developed from event to event to event. And it's crazy where it went, to be honest.
I'm going to show you a video. You can press play. You can hold it. Yeah. Yeah, just you can watch it and then kind of just tell me, what you remember.
I remember that times very well, to be honest. I think it's a YouTube video, right? And we went to my apartment, and I was showing around like who's there and that we have a good time. And we started having partners actually coming in. It started with X and G, then Rocket came in as well. And you can see the medals because I was really into it. I said that everyone who's attending needs to have a medal to be, just to get this good feeling of, and we had the trophies. Yes, we always like, we didn't have the normal trophies, from football. We had like this glass ones, looked a little more fancy. You could print on the glass. And I remember that the kitchen, which I built with my best friend, looked always really bad because it wasn't straight. It was like this. And yeah, but this was still amazing, to be honest. And I remember that with my ex-girlfriend, she was really supportive. She was drawing papers for brackets and we put it on the wall. And from the webcam, people could see the bracket and we were just writing down the names. So people in the stream didn't see it through Wikipedia. They saw it throughout the paper, a big wallpaper. And but it was part of it. She even drew the a Hydra for a Zerg player and so on and so on. Oh yeah, here we see Dario, like TLO is there. I think Nama, the Muslim, I see him here as well. Dimaga was there at this event. Hazops, yes. Yeah. Johan is there as well. Oh, he's young. I am young. Oh, holy shit. Yeah. Very professional branding. We had some roll-ups behind us. Yeah. I see. Oh, the analog audio mixer. Yes, I don't see that nowadays anymore. But we just talked about Rode. Like this, what we have there is like a tenth of what it is size today, and it can do 20 times more. And Hasop still had hairs. Crazy. Really good times. Really good times.
When did you start to realize that this would bring in international guests, visitors, fans to watch?
Actually, really early, after the first one. I did a lot of German stuff. Always, I was always casting the WarCraft games, the StarCraft 1 before, and some other games here and there. And when StarCraft 2 came out, the story behind it is that I really wanted to. I worked at Giga/ESL back in the days, and they gave me the opportunity because I didn't have a good PC at home. I could take a really high-end PC with me. I was traveling every day, like 1.5 hours by train to work and back the other way around, 1.5 hours. And they allowed me to take my high-end PC with me every day. I took it with me, I backed it, and then took it at home because I wanted to stream after work as well. And with some more equipment from a guy from the technical department, they helped me out to build a streaming setup back in the days, like 2.9, 2.10. That was amazing. I really want to invite people. I always like to invite people to my place. It always has been like this. And I knew some players from my good old times in WarCraft, right? So I invited the Muslim was there in the very first one, Hasselhoff, Soccer, and so on. And they have been playing on an international level as well, also before. And yeah, that's why we had international viewers from the very beginning, but I never expected so many people to be attracted by some kids playing games and have a good time, because we really just had a good time. We never thought of, there will be tons of people watching. We just, let's give it a shot. Like, it's really nice. It was special, right? It was nothing everyone knows. Like, you stream from home was not a big thing back in the day. It's like 15 years ago. And honestly, after the first one, we realized, okay, wow, people really like to enjoy what we do. Yeah.
And that's when, did you already have just visitors, fans showing up?
We didn't have fans for the first one and the second one. That was just in the 50 square meter apartment, and it was always already hard to fit 10 people there to sleep there. I had a couch, I had a bed, and the floor. One bathroom without a window, which was really bad because side story, I borrowed my apartment to Team Liquid, to like 5-6 players. I was already moving to a new apartment, and they have been staying in my old apartment because I still had it for a month or so, and they never opened the door, as it looks like, and I had like mold, yeah, on the roof there. Yeah, that was, I had to fix it when I was moving out, thanks to the guys. Red was involved, I remember that. Yes, I forgot the question. The history. Oh yeah, we didn't have fans in the first 2 ones because of the size, and we never thought of it, to be honest. And with the third one, I still had I just had a bigger apartment. It was, instead of 50, it was 200. So I thought of 32 players instead of 10 at my place, because we needed to max out again. But there was an Irish pub in the ground floor, and I talked to Josie, the owner, and she said, yeah, we have a screen and we have a beamer, and she was really open-minded. She had no clue of what we're doing, and she had no clue if it's cool or not. And if it, I think the people usually go there, they wouldn't be attracted by what we do. And then we just said, okay, it's the 3rd edition. We give it a shot. And it was crowded. First event, crowded, like fully packed, no ticketing, nothing, just come by, because we had no clue if people would come. So why would we charge money for it? And it was amazing.
Can you, talk about, that I don't know which apartment I went to back in 2014.
That was the same one.
It was the same one.
Yeah, this was with the Irish pub in the.
It was very hot and very small.
This is probably the most horrible event we had. Like, I remember we didn't have AC the first day, and it was 42 degrees, and we had this atrium, right? Like, you have windows surrounding it from all sides, and the heat from the outside was like pushing in, and 60 people in the apartment and no fresh air. And I remember that you and Rifkin had a really hard time. I still talk about it every here and there, honestly. It's like, you still remember this HomeStory Cup when it was like 50 degrees in the rooms? Everyone was sweating like crazy. And then we actually booked like last minute, like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 ACs, like mobile ones. And there was like these pipes going out to the window. And in the middle of this atrium, it felt like 100 degrees. Yes, that was a very nice, interesting experience.
I have no idea who won or anything. I just know I got.
Yeah, I just remember that we survived.
Yeah, exactly. When did you start to? When did the crew kind of come together? That was Todd, Incontrol, and Rotterdam.
I mean, Roddy was there from the very first time, because I remember that I asked him. He was still playing WarCraft and started playing a little Protoss. And I asked him, man, would you come over? You live around the corner. Would you like to cast some games? And he said, Dennis, I can do some Protoss, but not more. And I said, yeah, come by. And we'll figure it out. And he was really clear to me with that. He's like, nah, just Protoss games. And then he came by. I probably pushed him a little bit. This is what I'm good at. And then he was casting all the games, and he was casting TVP, PVZ, whatever. It didn't matter anymore, and he had a great time. And we all had a great time, actually. And yeah, that's how it started with Roddy. With Incontrol, with Jeff, it started with HomeStory Cup 3, I think, as a player, or 3 or 4. I'm not 100% sure. He was still with EG, Evil Geniuses, back in the days. He already there, he probably wasn't the best player in the roster, but he still was performing okay. And I mean, everyone knew him from StarCraft 1 as well. He was a great player there as well. And we invited him, and EG was a really big team, probably the biggest at this point in StarCraft for sure. and we invited him as well. He was also American. Let's invite him. Let's see how far he can go. We are Europeans. We always think we are better than the Americans, right? Which is true. But yeah, and then he started playing, and we found out really quickly that he's very entertaining and very like a very good spokesperson in general, right? He was really. Like he always had something to say, and he always had a joke around the corner, and I remember that I can't remember which HomeStory Cup it was, but I'm pretty sure I still have it on YouTube. I did an interview with him about a situation which I can't even remember. There was some stuff going around and discussion, and then I asked him at the HomeStory Cup, "Hey, what's going on?" It was a topic back in the days in the scene, and after that, he slowly shifted from playing the games, starting to be more. I mean, this is HomeStory Cup. Even as a player, you start casting games, and everyone loved him. Everyone just loved him. It's impossible to not love him. And then it was clear to us, if possible, we invite him as a player to not pay him and have him on the couch, because he will lose kind of fast, and then will be free. And at some point, we realized, okay, we should better book him and have him as a caster and as a host and as the genius he is. Yeah, this is how it started with him. And then you said Wardy, right? Todd. Oh, Johan. I mean, yeah, Todd. I mean, also like Roddy, I knew him from WarCraft already. He was there very early as well. Yeah, we had like, I would say back in the days, it was hate, love, kind of like, it's how Johan is. But he changed so much. I mean, now I just love him because he's so amazing as well. Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to have Todd in a lineup because he's always spicy, and he always is good to have a surprise at the event. And yeah, it was clear to us that he is part of it, right? And this is how it started. And yeah, later on, I mean, he was also casting more games, and he has great experience starting with WarCraft as well. And yeah, I mean, he's part of the family.
Were you the one that interviewed him when he was playing and he said it was too hot?
Yes. I mean, I would say my English still is not the best, but I remember how bad it was back in the days. And then there's like this shit kid, me, coming to his place at Intel Extreme Masters on Cbit, I think it was. And it was really hot in here, and he was not winning games. And then then there was some problems, and then I was going to his place and interview him. Oh my gosh, I still love the situation. And he will never forget about it, and many people still remember that situation.
So a couple of players that have made their mark, partially because of HomeStory Cup, I guess, their party attitude. Can you talk a little bit about Stephano?
Oi. Stephano, great kid. He was Stephano in the beginning. I think Roddy said it once. We have also responsibility for how hard he was partying at some point. That's what I could say. But it's great to see how he developed and how serious. If he starts something, he's super serious. He was a really good player. And now, from what I heard, he's studying and he's doing a good job. And if I remember correctly, he saved a lot of money. I think he bought a house and so on. Like really, like a solid guy. Which, if you know him and did party with him, you wouldn't expect it. And a really nice guy. A very great heart, I would say. Like a really good heart. But you really need to get to know him. I think it takes some time. Also, it took some time for me. I have an interview. I don't think we don't have it anymore. We recorded an interview with him once in our jacuzzi, like just a level above here. We never published it because he was really frank with a lot of stuff and really honest. I really loved it, to be honest. So this is a really good memory I have with him as well, which is a memory between him, me, and I think just a camera guy, and a good half an hour of good stories.
How about MC?
MC. How can I say it? Like, he made the Koreans, what's the right word for it? Like through him, we had a better idea of how funny Koreans can be, how open-minded they can be if we give them the right environment. MC was developing, or he took the HomeStory Cup to develop it for the Koreans as well. Like the Koreans, like they really like, yeah, this is a nice party. And I think MC really helped out to give them the feeling of you should come by and have a good time here. He was one of the guys not being shy. He was sometimes probably a little rude in how people in Korea would say, like, you know, some Koreans said, MC, it's too much and so on. As a Korean, you should have a different behavior and so on. But I loved all of it. He was singing live in the show several times. It was very touchy moment. Touching moment, yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you. When he was singing for Emma,
Let It Go.
Yeah, Let It Go, and yeah, it was so many great memories with him and good talks. Also, some moments I can't exactly say what he said, but we did some interview in Düsseldorf, around the corner city here, and we were filming outside. And there's also some really great moments with him where he was really honest and. Nice guy, really nice guy.
And how about parting?
I mean, parting, HomeStory Cup 10 is his moment at the HomeStory Cup at least, and he was winning it in an amazing final against Flash. That was he lost it, but I mean he almost lost it, but he still won it in a very close 4-3. I think that's what it was in the end. I still remember how he was jumping into the water with the trophy, and I think Funka, Roddy, everyone jumped into it as well. Very awesome moment. He was super drunk after he won, and it was really funny to see drunk partying because he asked a lot of stuff which we couldn't make work for him. But yeah, we had a great time. And I remembered HomeStory Cup when he won, we went to our location here, to the basement of this one. Nothing was done here. It was just an empty place. But we already announced that we will build this place and have a studio here and so on. And after the day was over on a Sunday, we took Flash, Jae-dong, everyone with us. We took the poker table from the venue and went to the basement here, which is like a 10-15 minutes walk, and we took some audio boxes with us and some food, some drinks. I was going to like a small store here at night at like, I don't know, 1-2 a.m. and I bought like everything, vodka, whiskey, Coke, this, like a couple of €100, and I just put everything with us, and then we went to the basement and we just had one of the best days I had in my life, actually, because it was super spontaneous. And I don't know how many people was there, like 30, 40, 50 people. We had good music, we had poker, we had good chats, and just had a great time. It was like, yeah, nice.
Since you were into Brood War, how was it finally having all of those Brood War professional Koreans come over to play HomeStory Cup?
It was, I mean, especially with Jae-dong and Flash, you have two of the most legendary players you can imagine. Like me as a Terran fan, amazing. For everyone who's a Zerg fan, Jae-dong is just crazy. And it was really nice to see. I mean, especially Jae-dong was really open. And he always liked to play table soccer a lot. I remember how much table soccer I played with him. He really liked it. And just to see how nice these guys are. And I remember them playing a show match in a WarCraft 3 tournament I mentioned before in 2002 or 3. They have been guests to play a show match that was Red Nada back in the days, and I was seeing the first person view. Back in the days you never saw the first person view because it was still a crazy thing to see, and I saw how fast they are. And I played StarCraft 1. I thought I was quick. Chance. It was crazy. This multitasking, this speed, and this so precise with everything. This was just a different level, and it amazed me so much. So that when I met them the first time, I was just happy.
For, overall HomeStory Cup, what were kind of your goals? Or they transformed probably throughout the years, but what have been your goals when you make HomeStory Cups?
Frankly speaking, if we talk about presence today, what we want to do nowadays is just having a good time with everyone. StarCraft is not the game we can make bigger anymore, I would say, but we want to keep a solid core community watching the games, having a good time, come by. I think what our goal is to always create something new, always a new theme, bring people together, give them an idea of how cool it is to be here and have a good time. And this is the goal we have for what we do with this one. Let's say the last 10 ones. Before that, probably we always, the 20th edition, which was our anniversary in the tropical island, I would always say this was the peak. This was always the peak we had. It can't be better than this, to be honest. Like, we had Mike Morheim there, Amy Morheim there. We had Kevin Lin from Twitch, the founder. We had Tobias Lütke donating, the founder of Shopify, donating the prize pool, doubled it up. It was so many amazing. Kim Fan was there, like the Bernd Gottsmann, like all the Blizzard people. Some of them already left and went to new companies, but everyone was streaming together. All the fans, all the players, and it was a crazy location, to be honest. Tropical island. It is what it says. Like, crazy. And after that, it was clear to me we just want to have a good time with all the HomeStory Cups coming in front of us, but we're never gonna beat this 20th edition. It's impossible. How should it be, right?
Yeah. Maybe aside from that one, what's one of your favorite HomeStory Cups?
We had 2 anniversaries. The 10th one was in this club, Königsburg, here in Krefeld, which also was a really big one. And that was amazing and one of my favorites as well. And beside that, I would say the 3rd edition, the first one in the old location, the one we had before this, because it was the first one with fans on site. It was the first one with 32 players at the venue. It was the first one with a lot more equipment, a lot more pressure. It felt like, okay, now we're doing something serious here for someone watching who has some expectation probably. And I really wanted to deliver, and we had very limited resources in general, basically no resources at all, kinda. And everyone was helping out, a lot of fans helped out. And I remember how happy I was when it released so much from me when the show was over on Sunday. I really have it in front of me now. I can see myself going to my girlfriend, hug her, because she helped me so much as well. Said thank you. I had tears in my eyes, and I was like, wow, this is really relieving here now. This was a very special one because it was the real first HomeStory Cup in the way we do it nowadays, with fans on site and have a lot of players here. That was amazing. That was a very a moment I will never forget.
Mm-hmm. Was that your fondest memory as well?
Probably, yes.
Yeah. Talk more about Incontrol, because he was such a staple of HomeStory Cup. A lot of people found him synonymous with the tournament. So can you just maybe tell me some of your favorite moments with Incontrol, on broadcast or off?
I can tell you I can't, because there's so many. It's just his presence. He's just as in my life, he's a very special character and person. I was lucky enough to call him a real friend, someone who came by to be here to cast games, play games, but he was even staying here after the one and the other HomeStory Cups, and we spent some days together just to chill out. And I remember we went to another tropical, it's not a tropical island, but it was also aqua, water park, and we had a good time there, chill, and didn't talk about games. We just had a good time and some nice food. Oh, I remember one moment. He lost his ring at the HomeStory Cup 10, and we found it, and he was so thankful because it was still new. He was just married back in the days, and he was like, okay, this can't be true. One of the very few times he was drinking a lot, and then he lost it. He did some arm wrestling these days with Biber Norbert, the big tall guy here in the house. He's still here. No, but HomeStory Cup 10, he had so many fun moments when he was talking about the McDonald's story and so on. There's so many good memories. There's compilations online. Everyone can watch it. This guy is one of the best entertainers in the world. Like, really is. One of the best hosts I can imagine. Like, whatever show he would host, whatever video content piece he does, it would be great.
What do you think HomeStory Cup's legacy is in relation to StarCraft?
What's the legacy is? I don't know what actually to say. I think the HomeStory Cup is all about the people and coming by and have a good time and share memories. I think it always has been like this because this is how it started. Friends coming together, have a good time. And it really is about this. And then we are lucky enough to see great games. We had so many great games as well at HomeStory Cups. We had a lot of luck with good finals. Like, not all finals have been great, but many finals have been great after very long days, which is very surprising to me. But yeah, the legacy, I don't know, it's just about the people.
And what do you think StarCraft's legacy is?
Thank you. The legacy is, you know, StarCraft enabled esports in the modern esport world. Like, there has been esport before, but never on the same scale. Like, in the beginning, there was no Twitch and so on and so on. And StarCraft hit the perfect timing. Great game, very nice to enjoy, insane, amazing people, casting, hosting, having a good time, so that it attracted a lot of people watching it on live stream platforms. And I think StarCraft enabled, not the only game, but I think StarCraft enabled it. I just recently talked about it. StarCraft 2 was the first esport title that became mainstream on internet platform, like streaming platforms. And then League of Legends came and joined the party. And then all the other games came by, like Dota and so on. Like, it wasn't big in the beginning. It was just StarCraft being big. And it developed so much. It created infrastructure and an idea of how esports could look like in the future.
And final question, what does StarCraft mean to you?
Everything.